Start recording. Just for the vid, I want to see. To the left. To the right. You fucking with it? You fucking with it? Yesterday night, I had one of my friends, one of my homeboys from high school call me, right? Calling me, and I had posted some questionable shit on my Instagram. On my Instagram reels. It was some reels. Follow my Instagram, by the way. Little link, quick link. My homeboy called me. No, I called him. Sorry. I called him, right? Because he had called me in the first place. I missed the call. Called him back up. And we ended up talking for a little bit. Maybe only like 30 minutes talking. Just yapping. It started off pretty cool. I was like, yo, why you call me type shit. He was like, yo, I was asking about what was on your story and shit. Nigga what sounded tired. So I was finna end it right after he said that. But then he dropped some shit on me. He was like, bro, life not going good right now. It just sucks. Everything just sucks. I'm working. Got this girl at my crib for my job. Shit like that. Life just not going in bro's way, right? And then eventually it had got to a point where out of nowhere, by the way, out of nowhere, bro started reminiscing about high school. And he was talking about it for a cool little 5 minutes. Now, in actual time, that's not a long ass time. That's pretty short. It's gone like that. But during the phone call, it was so long. It was just he kept on talking about everything we was doing in high school, everything we did with the friend groups, everything he was able to do in high school. And then after that call, it had got me questioning. I was like, when does high school end for some of these niggas? Because you would think, me, I'm 19. 19. I've been out of high school since, well, almost 2 years. Nah, year and a half. And in that year and a half, I've changed drastically. Not drastically. I've changed a little bit in that year and a half to where compared to my senior high school self, I don't think I'm the same person. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this dude is coming to me talking about his problems and complaining how he can't do the same things he used to do in high school. And I remember telling him, I was like, yo, we are in the world now, bro. We in the world now. We're grown. We're doing our own things. Some of us are still living with our parents. Some of us, like you, are living at their own crib now, having to pay rent. Now, I'm one of the people who luckily got to live with who is still able to live with their parents and do things without having to pay rent or anything. So when it came to that, when he was telling me about rent and everything he had to do and short on money, I was like, yeah, I understand that, bro. I really do. It obviously I don't fully understand it because I can't relate to him on fully on that level because I don't pay bills on my own and he does. So that's a part of his life that's weighing him down. And it also made me realize that some people just aren't ready to face life on their own. And bro was definitely one of them people. There's a lot of people that's like that. They make rash decisions. They like, soon as they turn 18 or soon as they finish high school, they want to go and get an apartment. Mind you, this dude has an apartment by himself. So he's paying rent by himself. But they want to go and get an apartment. They want to go out. They want to go to these expensive ass colleges. I don't know. Maybe it's just me at the moment. I don't see how that can make your life any better. I feel like choosing to stay, I was gonna say choosing to stay in my hometown. No, I hate the fact that I have to stay in my hometown because I feel like going outside of my hometown is the best way for me to grow as a person. I was able to go to a college in my hometown, Midwestern State University. If you know, you know. So I don't have to pay much. So the financial burden has not hit me yet of what an actual grown adult has to deal with in life. But at the same time, I'm not one of them people who look back all the time at my high school days and wish I could go back. Me personally, I don't know about y'all. Me personally, I never want to go back to high school. If I was given a time machine and if the government came up to me for some odd ass reason and was like, yo, we got this time machine for you, and you can go back into high school and change things you didn't like that happened, right? You wish you did. At first, of course, probably like everybody, at first it would probably get me thinking and be like, yo, I could go and change this, I could change this, I can make myself do this, this, and this. But then after like 5 minutes, maybe even shorter, I would start to be like, no, if I change this, then I wouldn't be like this. Because my current self, I love me. I love me. As you, the spinning. I love me. I love the way I look. I love the way I feel. I love the way I'm handling things in my life in the current moment. And I feel like if I was to go back and change things, then I would not be who I am today. But other people don't see it like that. Other people will get the opportunity to go back and be like, hell yeah, I'm going back immediately. Immediately. It's mainly people who are long past that time. But there are people who are my age, 19, 20, even 17, 18, who would see that opportunity and be like, yo, I'm going back in time, who aren't even grown yet, who haven't really faced life, who haven't grown into the world, into the person that they're supposed to be. And they want to go back and try to change everything. They trying to stay back in time. They trying to stay where they was and not be where they want to be in the future. And it's just crazy to me how my homeboy was talking about the past. Because when he was talking to me about it, he was like, we was doing all these things, bro. We was doing all these things. He just kept on saying shit like that. We was able to do this. We was able to do that. I was just enjoying life so much. First, like I said, I'm not in the situation he is in the current moment. So I can't fully understand how he feels. So what I'm saying today in this video might make me seem as if I have no empathy for what he's going through or sympathy for what he's going through in his life. And no, I'm sort of it might make me seem ignorant what I'm saying in this video. Probably does make me seem ignorant to his situation and to the fact that I'm not experiencing it myself. So I can't talk on it. That's probably what y'all are saying. But I'm gonna talk on it anyways. Fuck y'all. I can't understand why he continues to look back on the past. I know it was only a year ago. Only a year ago. A year isn't a lot of time. It's really not. It's really not a lot of time when you look at it from a long standpoint. It's not a lot of time. A year, little can happen a year, but a lot can happen a year. That's what I feel like has happened with me. A lot has changed with me. But for him, I saw him maybe a couple weeks ago. What the fuck? He hasn't really changed at all. He went to an outside school, which is what I wish I did. Actually, now that I'm looking at his situation, no, I don't. Went to the outside school, got in debt. So now he's back here and he's finna start going to MSU. If you know, you know. He's finna start going there, which is cool. I'm gonna get to see my dog. Get to see a nigga I used to fuck with. at my school. He continues, I just don't understand how he continues to look back instead of forward. Looking back on the past is not inherently a bad thing. It can help you understand what you have to do in the present and in the future. It really can. But when you do it too much, when you look back on the past too much to a point where all your focus is going on to the fact that you could have did this. You're thinking you could have did this, you could have did that, you could have talked to that person. Bitch. Hold on. I get it. Bye. Hold on. I'm that fucking guy. I'm that fucking guy, man. What was I saying? Damn, this fly kept on distracting me. As I was saying, if you do it too much, you start to feel the need to only want to change what you can't change. Past decisions, past thoughts, past actions, past things that happened in your life are the past. I quickly came to realize that in high school, really, in high school, probably sophomore, junior year, I began to realize that past decisions and past thoughts, past acts, past things, the past itself is the past and will stay the past. You cannot change anything about what has already happened. He continues to try and go back to the past. People continue to try and go back to the past where they cannot change anything. Instead, what you, me, something I still have to work on, because I'm talking right now, but I myself still sometimes go back in the past and be like, damn, I wish I did this. But most of the time I catch myself and be like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you, me, him, everybody needs to look at the past as lessons that you have learned, lessons that have put you in the position that you are right now, lessons that you can use to make yourself a better future. That is how I see it. That is how I hope my homeboy sees it eventually. I should probably tell him, I'm in this video off like this. Let the past be the past, but take lessons from the past. Learn from the past so that you can make yourself a better future for yourself, for the people around you, so that you are not constantly looking back and hating how you are in the moment. But I hope from this video, y'all at least understand that the past is the past. I thank y'all for watching. I'm not finna end it like that. I'm finna just end the fucking vid.